We're getting to breaking news for you right now. Late last night, Donald Trump hit with his fourth indictment in the last few months. A grand jury in Georgia issued a 98-page indictment accusing the former president and more than a dozen others of a sweeping criminal conspiracy to overturn the 2020 election. Megan Mitchell has been digging through that indictment, and she joins us from the newsroom with a closer look at the charges.
Yeah, we learned a lot overnight from Georgia, Kara. This indictment, as you mentioned, it is extensive. Look at how thick this is, but it's also in the number of counts that he faces and the number of people involved in this case. Trump and 18 others, including lawyers Rudy Giuliani, who, by the way, has not been charged before, and John Eastman, face a 41-count indictment, all charged under Georgia's Racketeering Act. This is often used, by the way, to prosecute organized crime, mobsters. These new charges include violating the RICO Act, engaging in a conspiracy to replace public officials with fake electors, and plotting to tamper with voting machines. All of this adding to Trump's legal woes in the midst of his race for the White House. Now, the former president has denied all of the charges against him. This almost 100-page indictment was brought down by Fulton County District Attorney Fannie Willis, who says warrants are out for all 19 defendants right now.
I make decisions in this office based on the facts and the law. The law is completely nonpartisan.
All defendants, including Trump, have until next Friday, August 25th, to turn themselves in. Kara, Mark, back to you.
All right. Thank you, Megan. And joining us right now, WFAA senior political reporter Jason Whiteley. Okay, so we're going to talk more with Jason on this case. You know, one of the things this morning is if you are a Trump supporter and you're waking up and you're hearing the words of another indictment, it's starting to sound like white noise for a lot of people who do support him. But really looking forward, bigger picture, what does this do to his campaign and really to the voters out there?
That's the million-dollar question. This has never happened before in American politics. Think about it. More than 200 years, we haven't faced something like this. But at the end of the day, you have a major party candidate here who has 4 criminal indictments against him going into an election year. 2 federal indictments, 1 in New York and now 1 in Georgia. And these are all serious, different charges. The chances of him being on the campaign trail, holding these large rallies all the time in Iowa, Nevada, New Hampshire, and these other states, gets thinner and thinner by the day as we go into 2024.
But does this indictment feel a little bit different? The fact that you've got 18 other defendants in this situation, that RICO charges were brought against him?
Mark, it is. The one in New York is about paying off, whether he paid off Stormy Daniels to try to get that hush money and that story out of the way. The 2 federal indictments, one is for January 6th, the other is for the classified documents. This one says, the DA, the prosecutor there in Atlanta, Georgia, says, listen, not only did he may have done these things here, but he also tried to conspire to overturn the 2020 election. That's the bigger deal here, whether he disenfranchised or attempted to disenfranchise millions of voters who did not support him.
All right, we're going to talk more to Jason in about 30 minutes, so we'll see you here in just a bit. Thanks, Jason.